Hello Chocks and Chockettes, now in between, Roberto here for another video review. This time it's the Thorntons limited edition 8 Peppermint Crème Brownie Bites. Yes, brownie base with a layer of mint flavour fondant covered with milk chocolate. Yes, thanks so much to Scotty for pointing me in the direction of these, very much appreciated, thank you so much. Yeah, I've reviewed sort of the Thorntons regular brownie bites in the past, and as you remember I think it was the brownie ones actually, I had only had 9 of them and I should have had 10. Now of course this one you can see they've only got 8 in here, so they've actually, for this limited edition, they've reduced the amount of bites you get in them by 2, so it's a bit of a con that really, especially when you actually could in this area fit a lot more, as we'll find out in a bit. So yeah, very disappointing that, to be honest with you. Yeah, but anyway, they look very nice, must be said, and they are made by is it Finsbury, I think they are. There we go, yes. So not actually made by Thorntons, they do license it out. Used by Finsbury Food. Now Finsbury, I think they do own Lightbody Ventures, which are another company which directly make basically the sort of some other biscuity type Thorntons products, which are quite poor quality actually. You know that you'll see those squares you get sometimes, sort of biscuit squares or whatever. Pretty poor quality actually. But these ones from Finsbury seem to be a lot better, even though I think they do own the other company, but must be some kind of weird subsidiary going on there. Yeah, not too bad. So what else have we got on here? Anything else of interest? Brownie base with a layer of mint flavoured fondant covered with milk chocolate and finished with a sweet drizzle. Yeah, okay. You can see ingredients and other stuff down here. If we can remove this barrier, there we go. Yeah, so it says milk chocolate 38%, mint flavoured fondant 21%. Anything else? Toffee sauce. Palm oil there, so there's palm in it. Any other things that say percent? Can't see anything. They contain nuts. Yeah, so 38%, 21% fondant. So yeah, what's that? 59%. So there's still quite a lot unaccounted for. 41%. I can't see any other percentages of anything there though. But there we are. Okay. Yeah, it's just everything else. Toffee sauce, double cream. Yeah, stuff like that. And calorie wise, 400 grams, 461 calories, 21.4 grams of fat, 12.5 weight to saturates. So well below the 500 to 550 calories per 100 grams of chocolatey type stuff that these chocolate bars anyway typically have, that I've seen anyway on the channel. Per serving, approximately 14.5 grams, 67 calories, 3.1 grams of fat, 1.8 of weight to saturates. So it doesn't actually give you the actual weightage on here of what the product is. So you have to kind of work it out, and they've done a bit sneaky like that with some of these sort of licensed out cakey biscuity type products. So 14.5, so basically got 8 of them, as I say, so it's essentially 29 for 2. So what's that, 58 times 2, so 116, so it should be for the whole thing basically. There we go. Alright, okay, so there's much more to say, so we should give these an open. Well, so there's a bit of a flourish going on here, so bear in mind that you know what's in here, you could also fit in a lot more than 8. There's the flourish as well. I think I described that in the other one, the orange shortcake, camel bites, what have you. I don't want to tip them out. Talked about that there, but I didn't mention the fact that there's also these flourishes which also add more bites to the mix that you could fit in. But anyway, I would probably want to say that here as well, but just bear it in mind that you could definitely fit some extra space in there. Alright, let's give these an open then, so let's do it. Let's give them an open. Okay, let's get these Thorntons 8 Peppermint Crème Brownie Bites and open. Yeah, so very excited for these ones, but I'll say a bit apprehensive as well about the fact that there's actually 8 in these as opposed to 10 which you normally get for Thorntons brownie bites of these sort of non-limited edition variety. So non-peppermint basically. Yeah, alright, well thanks so much again for Scotty for putting me onto these, thank you so much. Let's give them an open then. So it's time we've done about 850 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And in the top right hand corner, I'll put a link to a place of all my other reviews. And some of the Thorntons reviews I'm sure, and this, that and the other. So another related thing, so maybe some mint ones as well. So yeah, if you enjoy this one, check those out as well, and hopefully enjoy those too. Right, so there's a strong mint smell coming from these. You can see this one's had gone a bit upside down there, for whatever reason. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, alright, so you can see there's 8 in here. They sort of fit the space a bit better than the brownie bites ones do, but you can clearly see here they could easily fit in another one at least. Not a uniform shape, but yeah, so we'll work it out a bit more about what they could and couldn't fit in the second. Let's just have a look at them. So they look pretty nice actually, I think you'd say. They definitely do look nice. See the bottom, they cave in a bit, and I think that one is upside down and a sort of caving in problem as well, which is a bit of a shame. Not quite. This one's a bit worse though. This one here. Let's give them a measure. So we've got some 0 there. So not quite straight at the size of things. So yeah, they might change a bit, but it's about 3.2 there. 3.2 again, almost 3.16 height. About 1.6. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. So they might change, might vary, but you can see they're all roughly the same. You know, so if you bear that in mind. But yeah, so if we let's see how many could sort of fit into these here. If we could do the old, if it would fit in basically 20 of them. Let's say some of them have got knobbles on the bottom. Not going to count that knobble. Shouldn't really be there. So let's see. So some of them, yeah, this one here in the middle is definitely a lot bigger than these other ones. Alright, so you can see there it probably does fit about 4 there. So I think you could easily say it's 4 by 4. So this one should. Let's see, just move those there. Yeah. You see, it's a 4 by 4, 8, 12, 16. So there should be 16 in here, and that's not if you don't count the sort of flourish side on the edge of these. It didn't make our part of it, which we won't do. But we could do, and that would add another, I don't know, another sort of 2 on this side and 2 on this side. So yeah, it's another 4 for sure. But we'll say in this one anyway. So this could have 16 in total in here from the space. If you add the flourishes on, another 2, so 20 in total. But we didn't do that for the other ones. So that would be the same for these as well, most likely. So, but we did say 20 in this one. This one got 16, and so it would be 24, and this would be 20 if we counted the flourish space. But there we go. Yeah. So, so a bit disappointing. Now only 8 ways you could fit basically double in here, basically, which is a bit poor. And it did say how much did they say they weighed? So they weighed about 14.5 grams per serving. So I'll give them a bit of a measure, a bit of a weigh rather. Let's find out. So 16 grams there, not bad. It's quite bit heavy there. 17. They definitely do weigh a bit more than it said they did. 18, yeah. So definitely a bit more than what they say then. Yeah, so 14.5 it's saying they weigh, and they weigh a lot more than that. So it's a bit, it's good in a way, but it means it's just not accurate at all, you know, to what it's saying they are. So we sort of weigh, it doesn't say the weightage of the overall product. We worked it out based on the servings being correct, and they're just not correct. So hard to work out your calories and things like that there. So pretty poor that really. It should be accurate. It really should. There's no reason, no excuse for that at all. And I've noticed a bit like that with these sort of products, basically. They don't really sort of give you very accurate weightages at all. I think they were the same, definitely the same people, but I said there's Reese's products that were not made by Reese's. Reese's biscuits, I think, biscuit bites or something they were called. I'm not sure what they were called, but similar to this, but Reese's sort of product instead, or at least licensed product. Okay, let's give it a bit of a chop then. So there you go, it looks pretty nice actually, has to be said, it does look nice. Like what it says on the pack. Not too different, not quite as neat. Like I said, that could be the knife pushing the chocolate down a bit into the fondant, the peppermint fondant, whatever it is. Yeah, flavour fondant. Yeah, well, not too bad. I think they definitely look okay. I don't think those will taste particularly brownie. I say brownie is a bit difficult one for anything to replicate other than a fresh brownie, because you usually got chewy, gooey pieces in, and the biscuity type, cakey bits never manage to quite have that in from supermarkets and things. It just tends to have like a soft layer basically, but we'll see. But yeah, let's give these a taste then. So let's lift myself up and give them a taste. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, once again, these are Thorntons 8 Peppermint Crème Brownie bites. A taste, yeah, so hopefully they'll be okay. So we've seen that they could fit in 16 at least into the box, so a bit poor that really. We only get 8, and I say normally they have 10 in them as well on the in the non-brownie bite, in the non-sort of special edition versions. This is a limited edition one. Yeah, it's a bit poor. Alright, let's give these a taste then. Look very nice. That sort of, it reminds me of the M&S ones a bit by appearance. A similar type of thing. Let's see how they taste. So let's give them a go. Let's do it. Interesting. Initial bite to them was a bit disappointing. But I think on initial, but then after a couple of chews, it definitely did seem to bring back a bit more of a brownie consistency. Okay, actually. I think the brownie part's pretty good. I think it actually tastes quite brownie-like, and I think it has a consistency that's not just soft, squidgy cake mix. It actually has a bit of a texture to it. Which brownie should have. It's obviously sort of like a clever way to try and replicate eating an actual brownie, which has sort of different textures. I mean, so it's got soft, sort of crunchy bits and squidgy bits and melty bits and stuff. That's quite a good attempt. I'm not sure about the mint part though. I mean, obviously, if you're a mint fan, you know this is obviously going to be for you. But it just tastes a bit, yeah, like yeah, I don't know, just like mint fondant really. So imagine any kind of mint, sort of, you know, sometimes you get those after eight mint sort of fondanty type things, those after eight straws or whatever, or which are probably made by the same people. It's very reminiscent of those. It's very similar. It's very yeah. Yeah. It's alright. So I think if you're a mint fan, you'll definitely get something from it for that point of view. But I think for me, it's just doesn't really add to it. I'd probably prefer it as another kind of flavour. That's just generally me. I'm not a massive mint person. I like it sometimes when it's done in a certain way, you know, just perfectly. But I think just generally, just as mint on its own, I don't think it's really adding anything for me. It's just taking away from the brownie flavour, really. Yeah. But honestly, look alright. I just don't think it's quite. I don't know. I think the mint in the sort of the M&S brownie bites worked a bit better, but I think the actual brownie in this is actually a lot better. I think it's just got a nice texture to it, really. And while it's not proper brownie, it's a good attempt at making it replicate a brownie sort of multi-textured type of cake. Yeah. And chocolate's okay on the outside. It's nothing, you know. It's just a cover, really. It's all about that brownie scent, and I'd say it's quite nice. Yeah, it's actually quite an achievement. To get the brownie tasting that sort of texturally, you know, what's the word? Diversive, I guess, or diverse. Texturally diverse. There you go. Yeah. But as I say, for me, I think the mint topper, the mint fondant, kind of doesn't really, you know, it just adds a mint taste basically. It tastes very typical, you know, for any sort of like mass market cake. It has to have a mint sort of flavour in it. It's generally a bit like this, really. It says it's a fondant, but it could easily be. Yeah. It's not quite liquidy, so maybe not quite the same as a Mr. Kipling French Fancy topper or whatever, but it's almost there. You know, just really say, I don't know, it's just a typical minty type taste that you've had in these sort of mass market produced cakes before. So it's all right. I say mint fans, I know that you're out there, will love it. I know Scotty has mentioned he really likes mint and things like this, and probably really like these. I really quite like the brownie part. I think that's a real achievement actually. I just think the mint part just doesn't quite work for me. The brownie's not perfect. It's not, you know, it's not like proper brownie, you know, straight from the oven and things. Obviously, it's not straight from the oven to start with. But you know what I mean. It's not got those different gooey textures, different tastes, different crunchy bits, and just different things. And I'm not a big fan of nuts in brownie by any means either. But so I'm not obviously bothered that they're not there. But things like that, you know, as just little fudgy pieces or whatever. So yeah, I think it gives you what it says though. It does say it's a mint one. It is a limited edition one. It does give you that. So I can't complain too much, but I think for me it's just not really. It's an okay mint, but it's just not really for me. But I think, yeah, it does deliver it quite well actually, and it's not unpleasant. It's just not quite a combination for me. But having said that, I think it does deliver on it, so it's not too bad. I think for me then, if you like that mint flavour, you probably add half a mark onto it, and it'd be a 4.5 out of 5. But I think for me it's a 4 out of 5. But I'll say I really quite like the brownie. I think they've done quite a good job there, as they made it sort of texturally diverse, like I say. And it's actually pretty good. It's a good attempt at brownie, probably one of the better ones, if not the best I've tasted really, in just a regular mass market cake product. I don't quite remember it being this good when I tried the brownie bites, but maybe I did. It's just left my mind a bit, but yeah, I think they're pretty good. But the mint part, if it wasn't there, I think it'd be a 4.5 out of 5 for me. Maybe a high 4 anyway. And I think if you like the mint part, then it's a 4.5 out of 5 for sure. Maybe even higher. But I think, for me, it's just not really added much to it. But it does what you'd expect, and it does it pretty well. But as I say, for me, it's just not adding to it. But I think if it does for you, I think you could easily make this a 4.5 out of 5. But as I say, for me, still a 4. So there we go. Okay guys, so we enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. Go over to support the channel. Link for that's in the description. As is the link for the Discord server, which is a great way to be part of the community. So check out the link for that as well. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. As I say, if I might have said that already, I'm not sure. Leave a comment or free, as I say as well. Or maybe I didn't. I like my videos. Yeah, and as I say, I always get back in touch as well. As best I can if you leave a comment. So always great to hear from you. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you there. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.